Drills Talk, episode 20. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 5 reasons you haven't started your business. This is based off of a blog I wrote entitled, You've Been Programmed for That Job You Hate. Yeah. Drills Talk, episode 20. We're going to get right into it, but before we do, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Every Monday, new blog. Every Wednesday, new vlog. Every Friday, new beat of the week, produced by yours truly. Let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is years of conditioning. Now, in the blog, I actually touched on the first day that you go into kindergarten and how you have these aspirations of being like this superhero or, something incredible. And then for the next 13 years, you're just programmed to be a person at a cubicle or a person that knows how to follow orders and do something repetitively until the day they retire. You think about it, and we're 5 years old and we don't get out of that system until we're 18, sometimes 22, sometimes even longer if we're, throwing in higher education. But let's just take it from the, K through 12 stages. K through 12, 5 to 18 years old, 13 of your first 18 years in life, you're programmed to wake up in the morning, go home in the afternoon or late afternoon, 5 times a week, learn to celebrate Fridays, enjoy yourself on Saturday, and then just dread Sunday because on Monday you have to do it all over again and just wait for Friday, and you keep doing it over and over, right? That's just what we're bred to do. In addition to that, we are told to listen to authority blindly. We are told what's good to eat. We're told what time's good to eat. We are told what to wear. This is all in school, right? And it's going to sound very familiar when you compare it to what's going on with you right now in the corporate world. So we're told all these things, and we are only considered smart or special if we can memorize and regurgitate what's being told to us. Any new information or information that doesn't have to do with what their goal of teaching you, is, you don't get any credit for that. If you don't want to pay attention to what they're teaching or you're bored with it, they either say that you are either supremely gifted, which is rare that they say, or you are, behind or at risk, and there must be something wrong with you because you can't regurgitate what they've been teaching you like the other kids can. Whatever. So 13 years of conditioning. Then you go into, college for 4 more years, and, you get a little bit more leeway, but you're still conformed. You're still, used to the Monday through Friday. You're still used to blindly, believing that what they're teaching you is going to help you tremendously after school, because that's what we're told. When in reality, K through 12 especially, you're probably using 20 to 25% of what you've got from those years in your everyday life. In college, it may be a little higher, but it's still below 50%. Most of my learning in college, during college times, even though I loved my college, times, I learned outside of the classroom. I learned life, and how to deal with that extra time that I didn't get, the first or the last 13 years of my life prior to college. But regardless of the fact, let me get back to why you are programmed for that job you hate and why you haven't started your business. This programming kind of, makes you comfortable after a while. Yeah, you complain about it, but everybody complains about it. But you're used to it, and you're in the mode of, celebrating Fridays and dreading Mondays and basically wasting your Sunday, your day off, thinking about going back to that and doing it all over again, waiting for these vacations that sporadically pop up every now and then. This is what you're used to. So something like, jumping away or unplugging from that system is extremely scary. and you start to do this. Number two. Number two is you start to convince yourself that you can't do it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense logically because you say every day that you want to go, you want to leave, but you tell yourself that, hey, this is crazy. I can't do that. I'm not, bred for that. I haven't been trained for that. I don't really know what it is to be on my own. I'm used to doing this for a certain amount of hours and getting paid for each and every hour I work. This business thing, I mean, I could be working and not making anything. I don't know if I can do that. Well, you don't know can do that because you haven't done it. You haven't given yourself a shot at all. You haven't even left your job. So you're in the position of telling yourself you can't do something and you haven't tried. But this is still technically kind of something you want to do and you've always been, dreaming about it. You talk about it a lot, but you never really take that step. And it's because, in addition to the other reasons that I give in this, vlog, you and your self-doubt is definitely helping a tremendous amount in keeping you exactly where you are. You can be doing a lot more than you're doing now if you would just stop the self-doubt and give yourself a chance. If it's not time to leave exactly now, okay, well, start something. What can you do? Research what you want to do. Research the company. Research the paperwork that you're going to have to provide. What type of corporation are you going to start? Are you going to start a corporation? Is it just going to be a sole proprietorship, regular doing business as? You don't know that stuff, but you can start it. And, this will maybe, with the stopping of the negative talk, get you in the right direction and get you going somewhere to where it's positive and you're actually thinking about jumping. And when you actually get to that point, this is when you need to start thinking about number three. Number three is you have no savings. Zero savings. So on top of you telling yourself you can't do it, you really believe it because you look at your bank account and it says you can't do it. You can't leave the job. You need that check. What are you going to do without that check? You got your mortgage or your rent. You got your health insurance that if, the company's not going to pay their part, then how are you going to afford that type of insurance? I understand all of that. It's something that we all go through when we're thinking about making that jump or thinking about unplugging. Unless we've never, actually been in the workforce and unplugged before we even really plugged in, but for those of us who haven't and actually started in the workforce and have to get out of that, comfort zone of, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to get that for it immediately, you don't really save. Because, in 2 weeks, I'm going to get paid, or, I get paid semi-monthly, and, on the 1st and the 15th, I know that check is coming. It's a comforting feeling. No matter if you did great work those 2 weeks or you did, nothing those 2 weeks, that check is still coming. And I know it's a comfort zone. But besides that, you need to understand that you're going to need some savings. This is going to cost. You leaving work is going to require money. You need to start to save. You need to rebudget, cut some of the fat off of your expenses, and you should have some. Just think about the things that you have that you're paying monthly for and you don't really need. You need your food, you need your shelter, you need your car because you got to get to work, right? But, all the streaming services, I know you have multiple. The music streaming services, you probably have multiple. Do you need to go out? Probably not when you're saving to leave and unplug and do this great thing that you want to do. You're probably not going to go out, You might have to eat in. And, you got to think about that stuff because the more you can cut, the quicker you can save and get to that ideal of 6 months. And the 6 months is for, giving yourself enough time to not know what you're doing for 1 or 2 months. And then you get to an idea of, okay, this is how I'm going to make money. And then you're going to need another 2 months to actually start making money. All right, so that's 4 months that you've given yourself. And now you have those 2 months to get to the point of at least getting close to what you used to make and being able to rebudget and live the life that you want to live free, and not have to worry about sitting in traffic and being mad and then getting to work and being mad and having to put on a fake smile just to leave and be mad because you're sitting in traffic again. And you see the same cars, you see the people do the same crazy things, people are cutting each other off, people are rushing to a red light, there's nowhere to go. What are they doing that for? And this is your life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's just repetitive, just monotonous, and you're about to go insane. And in this situation, if it is hurting you and making you kind of sick, you need to really think about leaving after 3 months. And yes, I know that 6 months is ideal, but if it's making you healthy, or not healthy, if it's making you hurt or making you stress or it's causing you physical pain or physical damage, then leave after 3. Work harder. Try not to give yourself the 2 months of not knowing what you're doing. Try to get it right quicker for the sake of you. Yes, you'll be a little stressed about, this new venture that you're taking and not knowing what's going on, but you have every day to work on it. This is not a Monday through Friday thing anymore. This is not a 9 to 5 job anymore. This is life. This is what you do. Every day is work day until you can afford to take a day off. So embrace it and get it right quicker. Number 4. Number 4 is outside criticism. Outside criticism, in addition to you telling yourself you can't do it, in addition to you having no savings, is just a killer if you value other people's opinion or you're just looking for a reason not to do something or put it off a little longer. You hear somebody say, hey, I remember my friend such and such, thought they were going to go and do their own thing and they ended up failing and they had to foreclose on their home and all that. And you're thinking, oh man, that could happen to me. You don't know the whole story. You don't know what occurred to where they failed and they had to go into foreclosure. You cannot put what happened to somebody else on you and say, hey, yeah, that's probably why I shouldn't try. They didn't have your dream. They didn't have your goal. Maybe they didn't have, the amount of savings that they should have had. Maybe they left too early. Maybe they didn't try as hard. Maybe they allowed things to crumble around them and just felt that, oh, well, the world will feel sorry for me and, hopefully the crumbling stops, and it never did. You have no clue. Don't put that on you. Don't listen too much to somebody else's stories when it's not even their story. But even if it is their story, that was their story. That's not you. And if you don't want that to happen, you try harder. Like, hey, I know that people try to do this and fail. I'm going to try to set myself up to do it and succeed, because people do succeed. The company you're working for, probably started by a person, right? Yeah, of course. Somebody's dream that you're working at, that you're, making sure is staying alive. And, they're home running errands probably, if they, not playing golf. Like, this is what they do. This is what happens when you have a successful business, is you get somebody else to do the job for you after a while. But you're not there yet. You need to focus on getting over the hump of even unplugging and getting to the point of starting a business. And listening to these outsiders, the only reason you should listen to them is if you're looking for a reason to just stop and change your mind. Because very rarely are you going to be surrounded by people who are going to encourage you to leave exactly what they're sitting in. Like, how does that sound? Like, what are the chances of them saying, oh yeah, you should leave, you get out of here, and they're sitting right in it? You stay because they're scared or they're feeling content in what they're doing right now. It has nothing to do with you. This is your life. You get one. So live it. Number 5. Number 5 is fear. Now, fear stops almost everything. If you're scared, you're probably not going to do something, right? But the only way to get over fear is to look it right in the face. You're scared of water, you need to get in the water and learn to swim. You're scared of heights, you need to go at the top of that building and look out the window. You need to do this stuff because there's no way to dibble and dabble around in getting over fears. You have to go right at it. There's no way around it. You're not going to not be able to swim and say, okay, well, I'll just stick my feet in the water and then someone pushes you in and you automatically know how to swim. That's not going to happen. You're not going to be afraid of heights and never go above, 2 stories up. How are you ever going to get over it? How are you going to get on a plane? Are you going to close the window all times that you have a window seat? Are you going to sit straight and make sure you don't look, and you can't see out the peripheral, so you don't see outside and see that you're, thousands of feet in the sky? It's not going to work. You have to go at it. Scared of heights, take a flight, get a window seat, look out the window. That's the only way you're going to get over it. And just like those, examples, the only way you're going to get over the fear of starting your own business and being on your own is to start your own business and be on your own. There's absolutely nothing wrong with trying and failing. But who says you're going to fail? And if you do fail, who says you have to go back to the job you hate? You don't. You can fail and try again. No one says you have to go back and like you're going to have egg on your face and say, oh, yeah, I tried to leave and I have to come back to this job that I hate and I'm so embarrassed. Don't be. One, you don't have to go back there. You can do the same job in another office if you get to the point of you having to go back. But again, there's no guarantee, and you're not going in with the mindset of I need to go back. You're going in with the mindset of I'm never coming back there. Good luck, guys. You have a great life. I may keep in touch with 1 or 2 of you. I may keep in touch with none of you. But you guys have a good life because I'm planning on having a great one. And yes, I'm scared out of my mind. Yes, I fear this step. I know nothing about this. I have not been conditioned for it. But I know how to beat fear, and this is exactly how to do it. Go right at it. And that's what you do. Go right at it. Get that fear out of you and start your own business. No matter what age, where you are, could have put 20 years in a company. If that 20 years in a company is not getting you towards some sort of pension, some sort of guaranteed money once you reach retirement age, then leave. Because that 20 years of equity has no equity. What's going on? They can let you go, especially in a time like now, pandemic going on, companies not making as much money as they usually make. You get a call, hey, we're going to let you go. You're going to let me go? 20 years in me? And to make it worse, you're being told this by the person that's been with the company for 2 years after a merger. And they're letting you go. For what? Start your business. 40, 50, 60, whatever. Start it. Live your life. Love your life. Good luck to you. Drills Talk, episode 20. This is the top 5 reasons you haven't started your business. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.